Hey everyone, thank you for joining us for another edition of the MMT Social Hour. I hope that you're doing well and excited to talk about one of my favorite topics and one of my favorite things. And this is going to be the EPCOT International Food and Wine Festival that is going to be back again. And before we jump into discussion, let me go ahead and introduce who I'm joined tonight with. So I have Jenna Ensign with me.
Hey y'all.
I have Stephanie Martin with me.
Hey.
And I have Jeff Bowman.
How y'all doing?
I think it's I think we all are going to have fun talking about this because I think EPCOT is for the most part is EPCOT everybody here that your favorite park?
Yeah.
So look, I know we talked. If you watched us a couple months ago, we talked about the Flower and Garden Festival, which is still going on, by the way. But the Food and Wine Festival that's the festival really that I think has had the most notoriety in all of the Walt Disney World EPCOT festivals. This is the one that I think this is where it's at. This is where the entertainment is. This is where the food is. This is just a fun festival all around. And it really is. It's different. The food is different. The entertainment is better, in my opinion. I think the only thing that rivals entertainment might be the candlelight processional during the festival holidays. But even still, I love the concert series for the Eat the Beat. So I think we should just jump right in, start talking about this and what we're looking forward to. And I guess the first thing everybody's probably going to want to know as we start talking about this is when is the EPCOT International Food and Wine Festival? So this year, the festival is actually going to start in July, on the 27th.
Wow.
And it's such a long festival now. It used to not be that long. It used to start mid-September? Mid-September.
And then it ended in October, I think.
No, it went into November.
Did it go into November? Okay.
Yeah.
It used to, because it would go through the Wine and Dine.
Right. Yeah.
But it would stop like the week after that. So the 12th, 10th, something like that, because that's the first weekend in November. But so they started extending it a few years ago, and they extended it into August. And then last year was, I think, even earlier. Maybe I can't exactly remember, but
it's
a long.
Actually,
Yeah, it's a long festival, but it's worth it. I think that it deserves a lengthy stay.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, you're getting almost 4 months of an amazing festival. And then again, like I said, the entertainment, you're going to get entertainment all throughout this. And then of course, so this is great because look, not everybody can travel in the off seasons. And that was one of the big things I know for us when we first started going to Walt Disney World. We didn't go in September. We didn't go in October and November. We went in the summertime months. My wife was a teacher. So we were relegated to certain times that we go down. So we did do a weekend trip when it was in September, and we fell in love with it. So I love the Food and Wine Festival. I think it is ultimately my favorite of the festival. I think I know the food the Festival of the Arts has been growing on me more and more. I still think Food and Wine holds the title for me. So so
this will be my 7th year in a row to go. We usually stay about a week during this time.
Yep. And look, I tell you what, this is the time you want to make sure you have a park hopper too, right?
Yeah.
I can't stress enough having that park hopper, even if you go in just to watch the concert series.
Yeah.
Very good. So that's when it is. So let's talk about some of the what of the festival. What makes this great? So, I don't know. I've never called it a global marketplace. All right. So this is Disney terminology right here. I don't
Each
think
festival they call it something different.
Exactly.
Did you know that? Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy. An outdoor kitchen, I think, is what the last.
Yes, that's Flower and Garden.
Global marketplace. I call it a booth. Okay, this is what it is. It's a booth that's set up to serve food. All right, you can call it an outdoor kitchen. You can call it whatever you want. Right. And this is the terminology from Disney right here. So stroll across 6 continents and beyond as you sample mouth-watering delicacies at EPCOT International Food and Wine Festival. Discover a cornucopia of cultures, cuisines, and innovative cooking techniques from chefs worldwide. Let's talk about the food part of the Food and Wine in these booths. You get food and wine at these booths. There's special drinks and special snacks, but I pictured a menu, one of my favorite menus here, and one of my favorite of the festival booths or the kitchens or whatever you want to call it is Flavors from Fire. Holy cow! That corned beef, so good. What do you guys like? What is something that you just every year you're like, I gotta go, I gotta get that.
Are we talking about food or drink right now? Because I have a drink stuck
Either
in my
one.
head.
Let's do
So
it.
that Bailey's shake from the Ireland booth, oh my God. That's like we start there and then we go walk around and we make our way back. But it's like Bailey's and Irish cream and chocolate shavings.
Yum.
Yeah, we probably drink 2 or 3 of those a day. I probably shouldn't admit that on, but
We always have to hit Canada for that filet with the mushrooms. That is
that,
so good.
yes, it is so good.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah,
And then
that's a
France
good
for the
one.
drinks there. Yeah.
Yep.
I always go through and find like the most unique thing on the menu in any of the booths. One year there was the creamy chicken sandwich with sriracha. It was a chicken and donut sandwich with the creamy sriracha, and it was amazing. So
Yeah.
I'm one of those. I want to try the weird things. I love that.
Stephanie, I think when you're talking about everything that's there, everything that you have access to, and you just talked about one of my absolute favorite things is that filet at Canada. It won't help us this year, right? It won't help this year in the fact of that was actually a dining plan credit item.
Right. Yes.
And that filet is easy. I think it's like $9 as a snack off the menu.
Yeah, it wasn't cheap.
Was it?
Yeah, it was. It was. I think it was 8 or 9 or something, somewhere like that. But it was I remember back. This was one of those. And again, everything from that booth was great because they also served the sampling of the cheddar cheese soup and the little warm pretzel roll, and just like everything. And you can check out our previous episode on the Disney dining plan. But one of the things that we talked about was the dining credits, and you can use the dining credits here for snack credits on a lot of these items. You're going to see that by the actual menu item. It'll let you know what's eligible for that. But that's in 2024. So if you're coming for 2023, you're still going to pay out of pocket. So the dining credit. I'm sorry about that. So
Or grab one of those fun little wristbands and load it up with money and just keep swiping.
That's what I do anyway. You mean those gift cards?
Load it up.
It's worth it. It's worth it. The money is worth.
I had to just look.
Spend it all.
Yeah, I was just looking at the menu because I get so many of these festivals mixed up, like what's available. But that Kahlua pork slider at Hawaii is one of my favorites.
That's
the escargot tart at France, I love that one.
Mm-hmm.
I was like looking, I'm like, wait, all these foods, yes.
Yeah. And you'll usually find so last year during the Food and Wine Festival, they even did a special. It wasn't in the World Showplace, which they haven't used the last couple of years. It was actually over in the old
Odyssey Center.
Odyssey Center.
Odyssey Center.
Where they used to have the Epcot, the Epcot Forever Preview Center or whatever.
Yeah.
In there, they did kind of a tribute to Figment. They had some special Figment inspired treats, like things that you could get there. But I definitely enjoy, like I said, the Flavor of Fire. That corned beef, that it was like corned beef on a corn cake, and you also had the slider, like the burger you get. Then you could the dessert too, like the desserts that they have at these booths, really good too. So
we usually get these. So I'm the merch queen, right? But like they have these little plastic containers you can buy that are like food and wine themed, and they've got a little cup holder for your drink, and then you could put your plate on that. So we usually get 2 plates apiece and a drink, and then we share.
Nice.
That way we get to taste everything.
So at the time of as of today, as of right now, The menus for the booths have not been released, so expect that to come here pretty soon. But definitely, I believe we're all going to be scouring and looking through the menus. And like with any festival, it's very important that you get a guide. Get a guide when you come into the park. You can get it from the World Showcase entrance, the International Showcase. You can get one of the guides there. You can get a guide at the very front when you come in at Spaceship Earth, and you can also check out. There's some stores right there as you enter. Right there at the port of entry, you can get a guide there as well. So
you can get them at all the booth checkouts too.
Yeah.
So like if you happen to miss one, definitely swing by and grab one there.
Yeah.
It's just good. You can go through it, kind of check out where it is, and kind of make a game plan. Because here's the problem. You could do it like I do it and just kind of wing it, just to walk, see what you want and get it. And then, by the time you're, whether you're starting the right way, which would be Mexico, if you're going through Mexico and you're going that way, if you don't plan right, you might not make it to Germany before you're just ready to toss in the towel for a minute. So,
yeah. And then
Or
you'll
you
see
can-
that apple dumpling thing or whatever, and you're just going to be like, oh man.
Or you could start the right way and come in the International Gateway, go left to get your Bailey shake, and then go right back
That's
to
still
France.
wrong. You got to go through the International Gateway and walk your booty around to Mexico.
Y'all are just poking the bear. Just
So
poke the bear.
if you're watching along with us right now, I want you to comment and tell us, which way do you go in the World Showcase? Do you start in Mexico? Do you start in Canada? Or do you come in from the International Showcase interest and go to France? I mean, I think we'll all agree that, even though Mexico is the right way, you can't go wrong.
It's actually the left way.
Oh, I'm done.
So, I'll
see y'all
yes.
tomorrow going right. Right way.
For those of you that have never been during a festival at Epcot, you'll find that the global marketplaces, as Disney is calling them, they're going to be throughout the World Showcase, but there's actually going to be some, like, for instance, like Flavors of Fire. That's actually not in that World Showcase area. That's actually in World Discovery area. So definitely.
And they have the donut box over there too. I don't know what they're going to call it, but
Or by
that's what they've been calling it.
Yeah. So let's march on here through the festival. Another thing that we like about the festival, the concert lineup. So this is going to be, and in fact, I'm going to have Jenna, I'm going to have you read off, let us know who's coming this year to the concert series.
There's a list. Now, most usually do 2 nights, and some have been coming for years. Orianthi is new. For King and Country is also new. Southern Avenue, Tiffany, Ruben Studdard with Haley Reinhart. The Bacon Brothers is a new addition to the lineup. Joey Fatone and Friends will be there. Aaron Jones is new. Philip Phillips is new. The Baha Men, Mercy Me, Ray Parker Jr., Toby Mac, Celebrity Latin Talent. Those are all returning members. Raul Acosta and Oro Salido is new. Los Amigos Invisibles, I guess, is going to be there. 98 Degrees, that's one of my favorites. Boys to Men is going to be there. Mark Willis, Sugar Ray, Hoobastank, Air Supply, Taylor Dane, Billy Ocean, Hanson. They come every single year and they're fantastic. We the Kings is new. Sheila E. will be there. Big Bad Voodoo Daddy will be there, and also 38 Special.
That's amazing. Wow. And here's the thing. How much does it cost to attend one of these concerts?
Just your Epcot entry. That's it. However much it takes you to get to the park.
Yep. Incredible. So you have, they call this the Eat the Beat series. So, you're going to Epcot, you're walking around, you've got a great Hefeweizen from Germany. You've got your, your slider sandwich, the whatever you've got. You sit down, you listen to a wonderful concert. This is going to be located in the American Gardens Theater. So this is, right across from, you guessed it, the American Pavilion. And they're going to run these concerts 3 times an evening. You've got a 5:30 show, a 6:45 show, and an 8 p.m. show. Now, they haven't released the dining plans that you can buy for this year, but there will be a dining plan that you can buy that's specific to the Eat to the Beat series. And what this does is it gives you guaranteed seating, and you're prepaying for a meal. So you could take advantage of, actually getting a great meal, getting a preferred seat. So that way you don't have
and
to
you
worry.
don't have to wait in line because
Yes.
these, for the big ones, like Boys to Men, 98 Degrees, Hanson, like people start lining up an hour or two before to get a seat there.
Absolutely. And, of course, even if you can't get a seat, you're welcome to stand around and listen. I mean, you can definitely still enjoy the entertainment. It'll just, just a little crowded.
Go grab you a moonshine sour right outside of Regal Eagle and then have a seat over there. There's plenty of, you don't really miss much.
Absolutely.
You can hear tons.
So I'll have to tell you, so my first time attending one of these, we saw Sugar Ray. So it's actually the picture from the Eat to the Beat there. And I, of course, my glory days were the 90s. I was a high school kid, late 90s. So Sugar Ray was it, So I remember taking the kids to see them a few years ago when they were at EPCOT. And man, that was such a fun concert. He put on a great show. But as you listen to some of these bands that come through, and they love coming and performing for at EPCOT. They're not putting it's not a full-on show. You're not going to get like a 2-hour show here. You can see the show times the way they're spaced out, but they're going to play, the hits that you're going to know. They might debut a song there. And this is the case at any of the festivals that you're attending. There's going to be some type of entertainment. Even they right now at the Flower and Garden Festival, they call it the Garden Rock series. So you can definitely see some good names there. But I want to know, out of all those names you heard, who are you the most excited to see this year?
I want to see 98 Degrees. I've never been there for them.
Yep.
Boys to Men.
Boys to Men, yeah.
I probably would actually be interested in seeing Philip Phillips. I remember when he won American Idol, I voted for him, so I'd be willing to see him. I'm bummed. The two that I've seen there that I loved is Smash Mouth. They're not coming back.
No.
For this year at least. And then Jefferson Starship is usually there too.
Yes.
And I love them. But I'm excited for Philip Phillips. I got to go book a trip now.
So we'll be there for the Wine and Dine run, and it looks like We the Kings will be there when we get to see them, or Sheila E. But I would love to see We the Kings.
We the Kings is good.
Yeah.
Yep. How about you, Jeff? Who are you going to see?
I'll see probably most of them since I'm local.
Good answer.
Hair flip. Don't worry.
I'll definitely make an effort for like Boys to Men, 98 Degrees, Sugar Ray. Like there's a lot of big names. Hanson. I love Hanson.
Yeah.
Hanson. They're there. They've been there like
every year
after year after year.
Yeah.
Like they've been there. I think they love it.
They've been there every year that I've been going for 7 years. So they've been at least the last 7 years.
Yeah.
Because we used to go, or we normally go, we've kind of deviated after COVID, but we used to go at the end of October and then go through what they call the flip, like when they flip from fall to Christmas. So that's a great time to go because then you get to see all the fall decor and then all the Christmas decor, but the Food and Wine Festival is going on too. So you get to see all these cool Eat to the Beat concerts.
Yep. Now it's important to note, just to touch on it, these concerts are not going to be every day of the week. It's going to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So that long weekend. So definitely, make sure you again, another great reason to have that park hopper. If you want to hit up a different part and come back.
Well, that plus think about like if you go to Animal Kingdom during the daytime and then you still want to go clean sweep some more of those food. What do they call them? Global marketplaces, because there's so many. There are so many.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially if you're going to be in Magic Kingdom, like during lunchtime, because the quick
hop the
service
monorail
at Magic Kingdom. So hop the monorail, get some food.
Yeah,
right. I mean, or the Skyliner from Hollywood. So like spend one night doing Fantasmic and then go.
Yeah, Epcot's pretty accessible from other parks.
Right. And we totally love to like end our nights in Epcot, right? You just go run by a booth or two, grab a quick bite and a drink, and then enjoy the Eat to the Beat, the late and the fireworks, and then head back home.
Yeah.
That's a good lineup.
Absolutely.
I like that lineup.
Something else we haven't talked about on here, and that I really, really love about the Food and Wine Festival is the demonstrations by the different chefs. And you'll see, actually, I think Good Morning America comes down and they do like one of the weekends. You'll see the ESPN, Saturday football game maybe down. They might come for the game. They might have a game day booth, which would be pretty cool if they do. But they'll have live demonstrations throughout, and just as much, it's an art for them, right? Like it's
right.
And I tell you, it's for anybody who has a desire to make culinary arts their profession. This is a great festival for that, really, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
You get to see some of the best work. And one of my favorite things, they do things, you pay attention, just check it out. They had a free sign up one year for, it was like candy sushi class.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Right.
Yes.
We did that, and it was really neat.
That was cool.
Kids got to do that, and they did that over in the garden, or in the land pavilion. But they'll do things like that throughout the festival. So I'm to kind of see what's announced as we come through and see what everything that they're gonna have. But check out the demonstrations. Definitely make that a point to do that as well. Ultimately, I think for anybody who's visiting Walt Disney World this summer and you're going to be here during, starting July 27th on, maybe you didn't know that this was going to happen when you were going to.
Right.
This is going to be an unexpected surprise for you. It's going to be great. And even if you haven't had made plans to come down and enjoy it this summer, definitely take advantage of some great things right now. Walt Disney World has a 4-day Magic Select ticket, which gives you access to visit each of the 4 parks once. And you could spend an entire day. That ticket, I think, is like $99 per day is what it comes out to be. It's fantastic value. But definitely take advantage of that. Come down this summer before, if you can't make it in the fall. But definitely, try to plan your visit on that weekend during the garden, the Eat to the Beat series.
Yeah, and it's also, they've got some great deals going on for Disney Visa card holders, annual pass holders, Florida residents, like just room
even just
discounts on top of it.
Yeah.
Right, room discounts. Like it's a slower time to visit because it is the summertime. So definitely consider saving a couple bucks and then spending it at the festival.
Absolutely.
And don't be afraid for anybody who has kids too. Like, don't think that, it's Food and Wine Festival, like it's just for the adults. Like I can't. No, there's plenty of stuff that's like non-alcoholic for kids. There's like fun things so that they can try their small bites. So if you want to try and get your kids to try new things, like that's a great way to do it. And then they also have this. They usually have the Remy scavenger hunt too.
Yes.
Throughout the country. So it's a great way to get them involved.
Is that what it's called?
Yep.
Hide and squeak,
I think. Yep. So like, don't be afraid of it because it's food and wine. Bring the kids; they'll have fun too.
And EPCOT's one of the most kid-friendly parks. For sure,
yes.
There's so many rides that kids can get on and enjoy.
I mean, my kid loves going because they have that park. There's like a little kid playground right outside the creation shop. So my husband and I just trade off going and getting small plates in the area and bring it back and let him play. Right.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. It's a fantastic park, fantastic festival. I think if you are visiting, you're going to enjoy it. But if you're watching with us and you haven't scrolled away, let us know in the comments. Are you planning on visiting this year's 2023 EPCOT International Food and Wine Festival? Let us know in the comments. And if you're excited about the concert lineup, excited about the different food, just let us know. And if you don't have plans to visit and you want to make plans to visit, Marvelous Mouse Travels can definitely help you with that. You can reach out to one of our many Disney vacation experts that we have here at Marvelous Mouse Travels, just simply by visiting the link that you see scrolling below. It's marvelousmouseTravels.com/contact us, and you'll be connected with an agent that can help you plan your perfect visit and take advantage of the EPCOT Food and Wine Festival. And that's at no additional cost to you. So definitely reach out and let one of those agents help you. Anything we should tell them before we go? Anybody have anything that we should say?
I don't think so.
Right.
Go during the summer. The deals are amazing.
Yes.
Right now,
an
for sure.
elastic waistband.
Don't let the heat fool you.
Yeah.
Start in the UK/France. Don't go to Mexico first.
Always start in Mexico.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
don't
Viva
listen.
la Mexico.
Don't listen to Jenna. Okay, it's Mexico.
Different strokes for different folks, Jesse.
Well,
Doesn't mean they're right.
Hi. We can all agree to disagree, and when we finally go on our family vacation, we're starting where I want to start.
Vote to Morocco. Morocco first.
We'll take the boat across, Steph.
let me know.
Yeah, go straight across on the boat.
Very bad plan. I guess you could go.
That is a new fifth way to start.
We are.
world
We're
systems.
starting in
Morocco.
Stephanie, it's done. We're going straight to Morocco. It's like crossing
We're
the
doing it.
Potomac.
Yep.
Wow.
Get to Shawarma.
I want to say thank you for watching us tonight. Thank you for joining in and joining us for another edition of the MMT Social Hour. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, we hope that you have a marvelous rest of your evening. Thank you again for joining us, and we hope that you have a magical Disney vacation when you do get to visit. Thank you, and take care. Bye, everyone.